casually explained Christmas.
While we all know that the actual origin of Christmas was the birth of Santa Claus, it has evolved over time into a much more secular holiday, and as a result has largely become about gift giving, spending time with your family, and most importantly, not going to work. They say that Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year, and we all have fond memories of unwrapping the new video game or toy
I don't think I've had a real Christmas present for, I think, since my dad died.
we wanted as a kid on Christmas morning.
Adele,
But Christmas is
Adele,
completely
thank you.
different as an
Hi.
adult. You don't care so much about games or toys anymore, because when you get a present from your mom, you're just praying it's money, socks, and underwear. Furthermore, as an adult, one of the most difficult parts of Christmas is gift giving, because you just don't know what other people will like no matter.
Oh my god, dude, guys, for the first time, oh my god, for the first time ever, I was finally able to afford Christmas presents for the whole family. Guys, I was never able to afford Christmas gifts, and I was always the only one that doesn't give Christmas gifts because I was like a 200 viewer streamer, and I'm like, guys, I have no money. And you know, it is what it is, and I'll just give him a little drawing or some shit or whatever. Why are you trying to push the broker agenda? We all know you're a millionaire. Not yet. But anyway, I was able to finally give gifts, and then I actually, oh my god, dude, I genuinely had a hard time. I was like, what the f? So I gave everybody perfumes. Is that a good gift? I gave Nikita a perfume. I gave everybody a perfume, actually. I gave a perfume that like reminded me of them. I was like, I got like I sniffed so many like perfumes. I was like, okay, this reminds me of my mom. This reminds me of my sister. This reminds me of my grandma. This reminds me of my brother. This reminds me of my older brother. And then this reminds me of I think this would like really match my sister's fiance. And then I gave, as a thank you for dealing with me, my eldest brother would drive me everywhere, picks me up from the airport and everything. I bought him a bag. Oh my god, I hope he's not watching the stream. Okay, he's probably not watching the stream. But like, I bought a bag, and I bought Nikita also a bag, and I bought my doctor brother a bag as well for dealing with me. And I'm not gonna lie, I think my doctor brother has to deal with the ugliest, disgusting photos of mine. If I ever get hacked, the only thing I hope for, I would rather get my nudes leaked than my fucking pictures that I sent to my brother. If I'm being fucking honest. Like, dude, like those pictures of like, I don't know, a rash or like a fucking like me, like, is my throat okay? Do I need surgery? And like taking a photo of just my throat or some shit. I would rather die than somebody seeing a photo of what a doctor needs to look at. I don't care! I don't care!
No matter how hard you tried or how wise you are. Back in the day, even Jesus was thinking, yo, thanks for the gold, my man.
Clocker for 7 months.
What's this other shit? Even though most children around the world look forward each year
Merry
to St.
Christmas. Demo.
I sent it to my best friend and you couldn't waterboard out of me. No! That's so true! No, guys, oh my god. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. It just, I don't know, man. Those pictures that you sent to a doctor is the most vulnerable, like, pictures that you'll ever send. You're gonna be like, oh my god, dude. There's like this, like, thingy I coughed up. Like, dude, I sent my brother a literal thing that I coughed up. And I'm like, is this okay? Is this normal? And I sent him a picture of my like fucking cough, fucking full on everything. And it's just in my hand. Dude, I cannot get that fucking chat link, dude. I can't. It's
was
disgusting.
coming down there ducting to give them presents. It's actually the case.
And then I have like a bump in my fucking eye or some like that in my eyelid, and I'm like, I have to take a photo. Dude, no.
That despite what people tell you, Santa Claus is a notorious asshole. Not only does he put coal in the stockings of children who misbehave, he also refuses to give
I have never gotten coal. Other than the one time my family pulled a prank on me, and instead of actually giving me a gift, they gave me Cheetos, and I started crying. I started crying so fucking hard. Because it's not the fact that they gave me Cheetos, it's the fact that I don't even like Cheetos. And that's the gift that's the reason why. They didn't understand this. But like, the fact that they gave me a gift that I don't even like is what made me like really fucked up. Cheetos are amazing. I'm not a chip eater, okay? If they gave me like something I like, I wouldn't mind it, but they gave me Cheetos, and I don't even like Cheetos.
Or kids a PS5.
Literally,
As we're all
like
aware,
8
the most
months.
traumatic time of
And then I started stress eating, and then you'd see me crying in my room eating the Cheetos. So, you know, it is what it is.
here as an everyday consumer citizen is every department store's 24-hour transition from Halloween to Christmas on November 1st. You might think that going
FYI, I was like I was really young during that.
from scary and gloomy to frosty and joyous.
You would have been happy with the food,
Merry
but the fact
Christmas
you didn't like it was the
Eve
problem.
And Merry
Guys!
Christmas chat. Hope you had
It
what you
doesn't
all
matter
want
how
free.
much the gift is. It's about the fucking idea of the gift. Okay? No, stop laughing. It's true though. If they gave me a food that I liked, I wouldn't have minded it. It wasn't about the price. It was the fact that it wasn't even the chips I liked.
Might seem like a great improvement, but if it were a person doing it, you'd be thinking they're about to release the best album ever and then overdose. Nevertheless, once November comes around, there are a lot of people who are critical of how it's spooky,
Yeah, it happened last year.
scary
No, it
skeletons
did not
one
happen
day,
last
then
year.
Frosty the Snowman the next, and inevitably someone will be standing next to me at the grocery store deli and say, "They just keep putting the decorations out earlier and earlier every year, don't they? That's consumerism for you." Which annoys me way more than the decoration, so I usually respond by saying,
Then tell me, why have you come?
like, imagine being a 19-year-old who's paid $15 an hour to try to decorate an entire warehouse, and then some middle-aged guy comes in and says, "Well, I can't believe Big Grocery is trying to scam me into buying Ferrero Rocher." Like, homie, we get it.
Oh
Your
my
life-
god, you know what? When I was young, I thought the Ferrero Rocher was like the most expensive chocolate in the world. I genuinely, somebody gifted this to me, like it was in Valentine's and somebody gifted this to me. I was like, what? They gave me like a 3-1. And I ate that. I was like, and I ate it so slowly. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh, it's only this? I didn't know the taste would be like that.
Life's a void and the joy of others deepens the whole. This
They're good, but the way they packaged it and the way they present it makes me think that they're gonna be like amazing. You know what I mean? Like something that I would be like, oh my god, there's Ferrero here. I want to eat it. No, I've never felt that. I'm like. Oh my god! You scared me so bad. Oh my god, you scared me so bad. Oh my god. I got so scared I cried. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, she gave me tea. Cold brew tea. Alright, let me taste it. Very nice. I like that. Alright. Hello everyone! I'm having a special Christmas plushie drop of one of my mascots, Boomy. This will be available until December ends, so do not worry. There's a lot of time to buy your own little Boomy. Much love everybody and happy holidays.
is why you only get to see the kids every second weekend.
Oh.
Christmas is of course notorious for getting the family together and having a big dinner. When I was a kid, it was
I
common.
honestly dislike gift giving on holidays. It feels so socially mandatory. Any other day gifts feel so much more personal since it's out of the blue. It means they took the time to think about you.
Really? I think you're thinking too deep into it. I feel like once you think too deep into it, it's like it will not be as magical. You know what I mean? The price is never the issue. It's about the idea of the gift is always. Like, I remember my brother didn't have money because he was a broke college student and he was living, like, literally, he was earning, like, I think, like, $400 a month. And he has rent and he has a girlfriend and everything. And he was a doctor. So, like, he still had to pay, like, his, like, tuition fee. And he's only earning like 300 or some shit like that. He drew me. He took the time to draw me, and I really appreciate that. I really like that gift. I really like that.
To say, finish your plate, there are starving kids in Africa. While we all managed to put a stop to that by saying name 3, nowadays the idea that one person puts on a Christmas spread single-handedly for a whole extended family is as unrealistic as Homer's.
Also, Christmas is not really about the gifts. It's about having the meal all together with friends and family or something like that, or whatever, like with yourself or whatever, just having the time to cook and to have a good fucking meal.
Simpson owning a 4-bedroom detached home in his 30s. Frankly, I watch The Simpsons now and I think if Homer's got that kind of money, why hasn't he flown to Turkey yet?
Oh my god, guys, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to focus because there's so much food to the point where I can smell it in my room.
At any rate, if you go to the grocery store today, the only good news is they usually sell the turkey and ham at a loss to
Oh
get...
my god, dude. This is not good for me to watch. I'm getting so fucking hungry. And they want to like it's like a Filipino tradition where you only serve Christmas food at 12 o'clock.
You in the door, then make profit on everything
I know,
else.
they are 2
This
months.
strategy is dubious at best because my shopping cart is literally turkeys, hams, and 8 cartons of eggnog. I don't feel bad for achieving maximum value because frankly, the corporations got themselves into this mess because when they hit me with
Dude, I don't know about you guys, but nothing makes me feel more bored than in Christmas Eve when everybody's busy cooking and I'm like the youngest and so nobody trusts me to cook. I don't think that's the reason why nobody trusts me to cook. But whatever, nonetheless. Dude, and then I'm just like waiting until everybody's done cooking and I was like so bored. And then I was like, you know what? I don't really have anything to do. I'm just gonna go stream, I guess. Fuck it.
maximum 1 per customer, they seriously think that after firing all their employees that AI is gonna stop me. Now, if you're struggling at your family's Christmas dinner because your grandpa believes in Jesus but doesn't believe in trans people, and your cousin's making excuses again about why their late-stage polycule couldn't make it, just know that if you're in that stage of your Shakespearean tragedy, it's important to remember that thinking your grandpa is out of touch is a lot more enjoyable than having to tell him, "The bathroom's over here, Grandpa, remember?" Don't worry, he doesn't have dementia, you just put a sign on your bathroom that says gender neutral. Classic comedy. One thing I do to get through family gatherings is set a stopwatch when I walk in the door to see how long it takes for someone to complain about Trump. Well, I'm usually clocking in the 4 to 5 minute range.
This is this is the American version of Christmas.
Has been trending upwards, meaning I think nature is finally starting to heal, unlike America's global reputation. With that said, I might be the only person I've ever met who actually enjoys American politics because I view it the same way I see Game of Thrones. It started out great in the beginning, but leading up to the end, it was like watching a slow-motion train wreck in real time.
True, God. Game of Thrones is like last season's was so bad.
While the experience was still enjoyable, I'd always thought, yeah, that was pretty cool, but what if I could be in the train? One of the unique characteristics of Christmas is that you can tell someone's political alignment by their attitude towards the holiday. All you have to do is...
Oh my... Dude. Listen, I really like Christmas. I think Christmas is like a wonderful day, and I have a lot of fun, and I get to eat a lot of food, and then not only that, the leftovers from that food last for like days, and I'm happily eating for fucking days. And I think that's an amazing... It's not even like whatever. I don't... Yeah, no, the last gift I got in Christmas was socks. And it was great, actually. I still use those socks. I love it. I love it a lot.
Look at them and then ask yourself the question, how does this person feel about the Christmas industrial complex? If you're like, nah, that dude looks like he hates the decorations, hates shopping, and women, constantly says Christmas is about the birth of the Lord, none of this other shit, never gets the gifts he wanted, and is on his 3rd maxed out credit card buying knockoff Nerf guns for his 5 kids, 100% MAGA Republican. If you're like, yeah, this person got every video...
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, you know what? Recently, I watched Avatar. Oh my god, I watched Avatar, and dude, I'm not gonna lie. Avatar's CGI is so good to the point where humans look like the weird ones in that movie, to be fucking honest. Bro, have you guys seen it? Like, the blue people genuinely look so fucking, like, natural and normal, but then the fucking humans in that show look so CGI. I don't know how to explain it. Avatar, I think it's a 3rd trailer. Okay, this is not a spoiler. This is kind of a spoiler, but not really a spoiler. Like, it doesn't spoil anything. But they refer people as pink people. And it made me realize when they said pink people, like pink flesh or whatever, pink people, I was like, wow, wait a minute. I just realized how there are no like Asian or black people in this fucking shit. It is so white dominant to the point where they refer humans as pink people. And I was like, oh my God, I never realized that. I genuinely never realized that. Like, look how good they look. You know what I mean? Like, they did a phenomenal job in making them look so natural to the point where humans in this fucking movie look weird. Anyway, the reason why when he talked about MAGA and whatever and that political stance, it just reminded me of a scene in the movie where this guy has like a girlfriend or whatever, and it just looked like when American dates like their Filipino islander or some bullshit. Yeah, the most racist mega man and the Filipino white. No, dude. And I watched that scene and I was like, oh my God. And I was like giggling to myself about it. I never finished the video.
Game console they wanted growing up, loves decorations, worships women, constantly says Christmas is about—
Dude, you know what? I was looking through my YouTube channel, right? I just wanted to double check whether my editors are doing good or not. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I wonder how they're doing. I looked at this video, right? 30 minutes. And did you know that the actual like fucking length of this video was 14 minutes? Dude, I was able to literally double the fucking time in this fucking react.
People richer than them, exploiting people poorer than them, has no kids, and has never given their friends a non-performative present in their life. 100% gulag communist Reddit mod. If you're like, what if I don't celebrate Christmas, Jamie? Where does that put me? In today's political climate—
Is a fucking police car in I like how he didn't fucking redo this like thingy. He just left the police car to be in the background.
You're like, what if I don't celebrate Christmas, Jamie? Where does that put me? In today's political climate, I'd probably lay low for a while, or else you might find out again. By far the best part of Christmas is everything in the Western world just goes on pause. You could literally be in the trenches fighting another country, and then on December 25th, both sides are like, turducken. It really
Didn't this happen? Didn't this literally happen? Where there was a war happening, but Christmas happened, and they both went together and then ate together, and then they went back to their sides and whatever.
It gives you a glimpse into the notion that despite common
Yes, World War I.
Genuinely, I love your YouTube videos.
Oh,
I
thank
hope
you,
you
honey,
keep
honey.
posting more.
belief, 20-year-olds actually don't want to kill each other for geopolitically advantageous territorial expansion, and civilization is really only at war with each other because we haven't figured out anything better to do every day. So with that said, it's important to remember the true meaning of Christmas isn't about getting presents from Santa, and at some point you have to learn the truth. A lot of new parents have trouble with this because they don't want to tell their kids that Santa isn't real. So if you're under—
Guys, if you were a parent, would you want to believe that your children to believe Santa is real? Yay or nay? Really? Wow, there's majority of the chat is saying no. I don't like the idea of lying to my kids. I would bring a miracle to them if needed. What does that even mean? I would dress up as Santa? Damn, oh my gosh. The old f doesn't deserve the credit. I paid for it. Personally, my parents wanted me to believe in Santa, but I was like, Mommy, Daddy, can you stop pretending? When I got like old enough. And I was like, all right, I understand. I'm old enough now. And honestly, it brought in I wouldn't mind letting them believe in Santa because I just think it's like a magical thing for them, personally. So you ruined it for them? No, I didn't ruin it for them. I just told them I'm old enough now. You know what I mean? But you know what they did instead? They would always magically make the gifts appear. So what would happen is that I would always sleep in the car and sometimes like whatever. And I would like take a nap. And while I was taking a nap, they would put all the gifts all at the same time in the Christmas tree, under the Christmas tree. And I'll be like, what? Oh my God, the gifts are here. Oh my goodness. And I was insane in guessing the gifts. There was this one time I was like, it's a Wii. And then my dad was like, no, it's not. And I opened it was a Wii.
years old and they left you unattended on an iPad, you're welcome. Make sure you subscribe and smash that like button. Nevertheless,
and then I will never forget when like it was gifted towards me, but the idea was that it's actually gifted towards all the siblings, right? Because I'm 4. We're 4 practically, okay? Me, my two brothers and my sister, right? And then, but it was gifted towards me. It said my name. So like,
Santa Claus is real. The only thing is that it's a made-up name for Saint Nicholas.
A lot of adults do struggle with this because they have to ask themselves the question, how long should you go before you stop believing in stories of a bearded man who performs miracles? While this is personal to you, I don't think there's anything wrong with continuing to believe as long as you want, as long as your beliefs don't cause you to be cruel to other people. So yeah, most people should grow out of it as soon as possible.